LoveLine is meant for an adult audience.
LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content.
Listener discretion is advised.
Oh, now here's LoveLine.
With Ricky Rackman, Dr. Drew, and Adam Carolla.
You wanted to ask for advice, right?
And her form of contraceptive was, she said, well, when you're having sex, don't take off your bra.
Hence, single mother.
There you have it.
She's like a sage, this Camille.
Let's go to...
Oracle of truth.
Let's go to Josh from Champaign, Illinois. Josh, you're on with Cleghorne.
Yeah, this is a question for the doc.
Josh.
Is it true, like, the more potassium you have, like bananas and stuff, that your, like, cum will be a lot thicker?
No.
It's not?
No.
Oh, because I
love my bananas.
because I read that in, like, a book.
Wait, what book?
But it tastes like bananas, though. It won't be thicker, but it will definitely taste like bananas.
Wait a
And
minute.
your girlfriend will appreciate it. Yes, it will.
Oh, it will not.
I know the book, Josh. Was it...
It's written by Dole.
Was it Hey Little Buddy, the Bob Denver story?
No. It was back in 17, I think.
Wait a minute. I got to ask this. Ellen, tell me this thing you're saying about the bananas, that if a guy eats a lot of bananas, you'll be able to taste it.
That's what I heard.
That's what you heard
From your friend?
Just like
My
we heard.
boyfriend, I went out with this guy. He said, trust me, do it. I didn't want to do it. And he said, do it. And I said, it's going to be disgusting. And he was like, no, I ate a lot of bananas today. It's going to taste just like a shake.
Oh, my tarpon.
It tastes like a shake.
What about, like, fruit cocktail or anything?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
should just like make a fruit medley.
Oh,
Josh,
man.
forget that.
It tastes like high-fat yogurt. And it's high in vitamins, and it's good for your hair. And
You can put urine on a rag and wipe yourself down with that afterwards.
it's a wonderful eye coating.
Like, kind of like a mud mask, I guess.
Exactly.
I mean, we've got
And now they have, when I go to the spa, they always, rub you down with sea kelp and everything because that's the new thing, to get the nutrients from the ocean and everything smells really fishy. And I believe that, like when a woman, sits on your face and, you get that like fish, I think that's good for your skin as well.
I'm going to your spa. Where the hell is that spa, Ellen?
Ellen, you're saying if it smells, rub it on you?
There you go.
All right.
Now, just remember, Ellen.
Your previous admonition holds.
Which one was that? Once in a while, but...
with a person?
Yeah. What do you think?
I do, but I'll tell you anyway. But then the whole world is going to know. Do women want that out, doctor?
What?
How old they are?
Sure.
No.
You're beautiful. What do you got to hide?
All right, I'm 30.
You're 30. Now, you masturbate here now and again. Sure, you didn't get that nick on your clitoris. Doing stucco work. No. All right.
I got it because I was wearing my jeans without underwear.
You're wearing a pinky ring is why you got it.
Amy got.
All right.
7 times on Letterman. How many times on Letterman, Conan? Once again? Going places on LoveLine? Those other shows won't take you.
No, we extract information the old-fashioned way, the German way.
You will tell us.
You will tell us. So here's the question. You're doing it more now as a more mature woman, or were you doing it more when you were in like high school or something?
I never masturbated in high school. My mother was like religious, and plus nobody told me.
What about your older friend who was held back?
Camille,
you heard the kind of thing she would tell you, so she didn't know about masturbating either.
Okay.
She just slept with a lot of guys.
Really?
Yeah.
What's she doing now?
She's still in school.
Well, maybe you heard of her, Marie Brown. She's working on Sunset, and she's a fashion designer.
Oh, okay.
I think she's a nymphomaniac, though.
Okay, well those go hand in hand.
Is it just me, or is it freezing cold in here right now? It just seems to get colder and colder every minute.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like I do,
You're a romantic guy, ain't you, dude?
Right.
You're a romantic guy.
Well, anyway,
That's normal.
Is that normal?
That means you hit the right spot. You should be proud of yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. You did it.
All right, then.
Either that or it was the 6-pack she'd polished off in your truck an hour earlier. She didn't shoot backwards when she did it, did she? And slide across the room like she was on a mechanic's creeper?
No, nothing like that, no.
She didn't have like
I don't know, I just started thinking, I haven't really gone out with her since, but because I was thinking like if she is like a transvestite or something like that. Well, I mean, I've never had a woman actually, shoot a load.
Yeah, Duke, another thing, the reason I'm beginning to think, Duke, that she might be maybe that you could be right.
Right.
Most women prefer, you can even say, I performed oral sex on her, I went down on her. But when you tell this lady, I was munching this chick's box, okay? Probably not the right one.
And let me tell you, when Ricky is giving you rules of etiquette.
Because I'm the guy that created the word clam schmacker. Remember that, okay, Duke?
All right, Dan.
Okay, thanks for your call. And
Who are we going to?
I'm just
Ellen
so
Cleghorne is our guest.
Proud.
She's the
privileged.
goddess of goo.
Wow.
Can I ask you a question, Doctor? 'Cause
Yes,
I went to
ma'am.
the zoo this weekend.
Please.
And I went to the zoo and
Help
I
me.
actually saw a monkey masturbating.
Yes.
That's like normal for animals.
Primates.
How did they learn that?
How do humans learn that?
From watching monkeys.
Well, that and the Sex Channel, but
I saw Bipolar Bear.
A what?
I always wanted to say that, and I knew it wasn't funny, but every time you say bipolar, I just
That
picture
was
this
their
big
thing.
white...
So you saw the monkey having at
That's a
it?
fairly primitive, almost reflexive things that primates do.
Well, it's like kids. I mean, little
Right.
kids always got
That's
their
right.
hands down
When
there, right?
When people come out of a coma, that's one of the first things they do is they start touching themselves.
Hell yeah. Especially if
they
it's
don't-
longer than a week.
They don't...
You're way behind. You realize if I was in a coma for a week, how far behind I am?
That's why they put straps, because if Adam's ever in a coma, it's like, we want to do tests, but he won't stop jerking off.
Hook me up to a
Yes, Sean.
B12 IV.
You go to the zoo, okay? You're there with your kid,
My kid
your
and
daughter?
my boyfriend and his parents.
and this monkey's like,
I
What do you
know.
say? You pretend like it's not happening? You're like, look at that monkey, and he's got a remote in the other hand. What do you say? What do you say to the I'm not to the monkey. What do you say to them? It's like, don't look at it, or you pretend like you don't see it. What did you do?
I'm like 6 years old. I'm like, oh my God. And my daughter must be older than me because she was like, look, he's got it in his mouth. Like, really
Wait,
loud.
what?
In his mouth?
Afterwards, after he did it and everything, he was like licking it. And
Wow.
Oh, you mean he
ejaculated.
he ejaculated?
like he made that like high scream noise, like,
No.
and then,
What zoo is this at?
why you want to get over there and take pictures?
No,
I
video.
have it. I'll dub you a copy.
I thought it was bad when my kids got by the monkey cage and started flinging poo on them. That's our monkey did to our
You
kids.
start flinging poo on the monkeys?
Now they flung it back.
Oh, wow. I'm going to the wrong zoos.
That is intense concentration, if you think about it, to have that kind of crowd in front of you and be able to operate that way.
Well, you like the porno. You were in porno movies.
Oh,
and
sure.
You were able to do it.
Yeah.
So
And I was always wondering what that big swinging tire was there for, but I guess I know now.
I'll find that out during the break, I guess.
Wow.
This is Brian. Brian from Merced. Ellen Cleghorne's our guest.
Yeah, hello, Alan. How you
Hey,
doing?
Brian, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. I got a dilemma. I was urinating one night in the bathroom, and I noticed some little bugs jumping from the end of my penis, like if they were just swan diving into the toilet. And it really scared me.
I guess.
Have you got any other funny things you've seen or heard?
What's that?
Do you ever see or hear other funny things?
Oh, I know where Drew's going.
No, why?
That's the only time you've ever seen something peculiar like that.
Yes.
It couldn't be crabs.
No.
I have no idea because I have never had them before, and I mean, I've been...
Crabs don't move and they don't jump.
What do you mean? Of course they move.
They move so slowly.
I've seen crabs scamper.
No.
Oh, like a cheetah.
No.
I had one get loose. I had to chase it down with the car. I tackled it, wrestled it to the
He
ground.
named it. His crabs are named.
Later, we had a beer together, and things kind of worked out.
You were like, you can't leave me.
Brian, tell
You're
us
my only friend.
Tell us more. What's the deal here?
I don't know. I visibly seen these things, and then it happened again. Except this time I wasn't urinating. I was sitting on the pot, and I felt something like crawling across my leg, and I looked, and I jumped up because I didn't know what it was. So I grabbed it, and I squeezed it, and I threw it in the toilet.
Was it a flea?
I have no idea what it was because, just like I said,
I would worry there was something like flea or lice.
Well, see, and then I went down to the store, and then I asked, what should I use for this?
Wait, what did you say when you went to the store, Brian?
I just told them the same exact story that I just told you.
Something jumped off my penis.
Yeah.
And they said, this is a Buffums. Get the hell out of here.
And then she gave me some stuff that was like battery acid. And
Battery acid.
yeah, I mean, it was some real strong stuff. I had to spray it on, you know, and then I could turn my pubic hair white.
What? This
You're so full of it.
Spray can.
When did your dog start telling you to kill?
Excuse me?
Brian, you're a little bonkers, aren't you?
No, not really.
You're not imagining any of this?
No, sir.
You know what you need? You need a flea. You need a belt, not
You
a
need a
flea
hobby.
collar. You need a hobby and a flea belt.
A belt?
Yes.
Or no pest strip.
Yes. You need to hang one of those things, one of those.
A no pest strap.
Yes. You need to let a fogger go off in your shorts. Is what you need.
Sure.
Put a roach motel on his taint.
You need to be tented off. You need to date the Orkin guy.
Brian, there's something called ring.
Abuse from her parents.
Like what?
Okay, for instance, her parents constantly tell her that they own her, and they take total control of her life. They don't let her do anything at all.
How old is she?
She's 15, but she's...
Ellen?
Duh, she is. She does. They do own her, and then she doesn't have control of her life because she's 15.
I know, but
It's just not. It's just a fact.
However, in reality, the parents need to be in control, but they need also to respect her as a person who is a person of value, whose judgments need to be considered in all decisions. And if they don't acknowledge her as a separate person, a worthwhile person, she's going to rebel.
Yeah,
and she's going to rebel in ways that I'm sure they're not going to be terribly happy with.
Yeah, they don't respect her that much at all.
Yeah, it's a
They
shame.
treat her like...
Well, I think it's a positive and a negative. Well, my
At least the
parents
parents are
didn't-
caring
yeah.
enough. They care
Yeah,
enough
they
to-
care enough to not, let her just run the streets ragged. And I think rebellion is a very important part of growing up. You
Right.
have to have something to rebel
That's true.
against, otherwise you're not going to move on.
What did your
So, like,
parents? You said your parents.
Oh, totally too strict, just way over. And so I rebelled, and so I got my own life.
You know what, though, is her parents said that they would have no problem with giving her up to whoever would want to take her.
Mixed
They're
messages.
serious.
It's abusive.
Yeah, that is. That's like that crap when you go to Disneyland when you're a kid and they go, all right, we're leaving.
Yeah, right.
Bye, Timmy. You'll have to live with the Pirates of the Caribbean. We're going to go. I would always call my parents' bluff on that crap. Yeah, go ahead. I'll be on the phone with the child welfare. So fast, it's going to make your head spin. That's crap. They shouldn't say that. Should they, Drew? That's
No, they should.
psychological.
Except if I were to say to my kids, they'd be on the ride. They'd be, see ya.
See ya, Pops.
I'll call you.
No, you can't stop the parents from being that way. You can only support.
And stuff. My ex-boyfriend used to masturbate a lot when I wasn't around or whatever. He kind of had like a masturbation thing going on. And he would really enjoy to drink his own cum. He'd even put it like in a little glass.
And what is your question?
I was just wondering, like,
What is
Does
your
that make
I
it like
think
a
you're
cumpire, like a vampire, a cumpire?
well,
Very good.
That was Ricky told me. He told me to say that. Ricky.
Blame it on me, Ellen. I thought it. You said it.
Michelle, what is your question?
my question is like, is this some kind of like narcissistic
That's interesting.
thing, or
She's
is it,
jealous.
like, normal or what?
The answer to the latter, no,
Could be.
not
I
normal.
want to drink
Well,
your
not
cum.
normal, but it could be a narcissistic
Card that
thing.
one up.
For those who don't know what narcissistic means, it means full of yourself, very into yourself,
Yeah, well,
full of your own, full of your own ranch dressing.
Right. I mean, he's exhibited some other like narcissistic type
Well,
things.
What other stuff would he do?
Well, I mean, just like having these like grandiose ideas about what he's going to do or how much money he's going to make and this kind of stuff. And
There's
it's
nothing wrong with that.
yeah, but
Well-
grandiosity.
Did he ever used to look at you and go, Michelle, you are so lucky? And you said,
Yeah.
what? And then he goes, because you get to make love to me.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's,
But I mean, like I kind of took a little poll around where I worked and stuff, just like, do you ever do this? Or, you know what I mean? And all the kids would go,
What kind of
"Oh,
job
no,
you have?
yeah."
Michelle, what kind of job you got, girl?
I'm a nurse. Actually.
You're a nurse, and you go around to the other dog and just, you guys ever drink your cum?
Right. And they're just like, ew, ew. But then it's like, okay, but you want your girlfriend or wife to do this for you. But, so I was always kind
You
of,
been drinking a little bit tonight, Michelle?
no.
You put a couple down, didn't you?
No, I
A couple
didn't.
gimlets.
I don't drink.
Oh,
You dropped a couple of blue ones?
shoot smack.
I'm actually, like, coming home from work, and I was just listening to the show.
Michelle, is he your Is he your boyfriend anymore?
No.
Then who cares? He's a loony.
There's something's wrong with him. Okay, I don't know what. I mean, you know, these kinds of bizarre behaviors only just sort of tip you off that something's wrong.
Can you get pregnant though if you do that?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Michelle, I don't know what the deal is with him. You know, all you're telling me so far is bizarre behaviors, grandiosity, maybe even delusional. I mean, something was really wrong. Is he a drug addict?
He's got a history of it, yeah.
I mean,
all right.
He's not your boyfriend.
You're done
anymore.
with him.
Forget it.
Move on.
I just had to call up and say, you know...
Tell everybody that your ex-boyfriend drinks his own jizz.
There's no use crying over spilt goo.
This show is why is my
We got here an hour early. That's what it is.
This show leaves a bad taste in your mouth,
My
doesn't it?
skin is crawling tonight. I don't know what the deal is.
Oh, loosen up, Doc. Come on.
You've had a lot of gross things.
Yeah, we did.
Gross.
It's been weird.
I've been like,
It leaves
I'm gonna go
tonight's
home
show's
and
leaving a
delouse.
bad taste in my mouth.
You're gonna go home and do what?
Delouse.
Oh yeah,
Just
sure
from
you
the-
are.
Well, that's what I call it.
What does your boyfriend call it?
Well,
Wow.
Mark.
Your boyfriend calls it Mark? See, and his name is Mark. That's another kind of narcissistic thing. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more of your calls. Christie, speak with Ellen.
Hi.
Hey, Chrissy, what's up?
I just want to say that ever since you left the show, because I was brought up with Catholic values,
Oh, yeah.
Catholic, and I was devoted, I devoted a thing where I was not going to have sex until I was married. But I kind of met this guy, and I really, really love him, and he's like kind of pressuring me into having sex, and I'm kind of having like these urges, so I just don't know what to do.
You should masturbate.
No,
That's my
I don't
case,
think so.
right? Don't you think, Doc?
Don't you think God would frown on that, though, Ellen?
I think God would appreciate it.
He would?
He gave you your body, use it. I mean,
But if you're going to masturbate, you might as well have sex.
That's not true.
Oh, what is
That's
that?
not true.
That was Adam speaking and not real, and his tongue went faster than his mind.
It's not true. Okay, no.
I mean, might as well have
Shall I
sex.
explain myself?
No, if
Play
there's
with
a
it.
guy that I really, really like, I will master. As a mature woman, I will masturbate, and
Oh
then
my God.
afterwards, no, really, I'll think about him and I'll masturbate, and then afterwards, when it's over, it's like, oh, he wasn't all that great. I was better, and then you can handle it better than rather than be so desperate.
Is that what happened to us during the commercial break?
I was going
You're
for you,
gone
and then
for a
I said, oh, and then it was he's not that cute.
All right, I'm going to explain my statement to you non-believers. Christie's a pious gal. She believes in the word of the Lord, and she was brought up that way. Now, she is not having sex because it is a religious conviction.
Is that correct?
Yeah, but
Yes, all right.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to masturbate, it's not a physical thing, it's a religious thing. That's why she's not having sex. And so masturbating
is equally as bad in the eyes of
not equally as bad, but if you're doing it because a higher power is frowning on it, then that higher power is also going to frown on the masturbation, is what I'm
You might
saying.
as well do the whole thing.
Yeah. What is
How old are
so
you?
bizarre about
How
that?
old are you?
19.
Have you ever masturbated?
No.
See, there it is. Girls do not masturbate as young as guys. She's 19. You were like whacking off when? 7, 8?
In the womb.
7,
There
8
you go.
minutes ago.
See, so it's sad that, women don't know that it's okay to masturbate as, equally as guys. And that's why I really
You should do a PSA.
masturbate.
Would run late night. Hi, I'm Alan
Do it.
Cleghorne. You may know me from Saturday Night Live, but there's another side of me you may not know so well.
I'm a whacker. I whack it off.
Each year, it's an American tragedy. Millions of young women go without.
That's right.
We
And
gotta
why?
play commercials right now. Just kind of to wrap up for Christy. If she doesn't want to have sex, don't
do it.
Don't do it. Yeah. Now for boyfriend calls.
Yeah, hi Ricky, hi Drew, hi everyone. Don't even start with me.
See how
No,
testy
I'm
she
just
is?
kidding. Anyways, my friend came down the other day, and we were in his car, and I was performing oral sex on him.
You in his car?
Yes,
What type of car?
a Honda Accord.
Okay. Stick shift?
I don't remember.
Were you in the front seat?
Yes.
Oh, you would have known. Okay, it wasn't. Go ahead.
You can't turn on the radio. Anyways, and after I was done, I was like feeling his stomach. I mean, kind of. And he said, "Well, don't touch me because it hurts." And I was like, "Well, because of the position that we're in." And he was like, "No." He says, "Even when I masturbate, it does."
It's just that glow. He doesn't want to be touched.
His stomach?
Ellen's just rubbing her head. What do you think, Ellen?
On the right-hand side of... Right.
Where are your appendix, Drew?
Yeah.
I'm not sure where she described, but people are going to have peculiar sensitivities after something like that, so it may just be him.
Okay, so that could be normal?
Yes.
Okay.
He didn't have, like, the club up his butt or something, did he?
Oh, my God.
I hope so.
That happened once in the car. Yeah, I had a club and a Thomas guide up there. So I didn't even know it. And I passed part of Orange County the next day, so...
Oh, no.
Sometimes guys, after they have an orgasm, and I guess girls too, Ellen, you could correct me if I'm wrong. Wouldn't know, I don't know if I've ever seen a girl have an orgasm. But from what I've heard, that sometimes after you have an orgasm, you don't even want to be touched. You're just like, don't touch me, let me be.
Definitely.
Muscles lock up.
Yeah, women do that.
Really?
Yeah. That's what
But
I've
no,
heard.
no,
I've
you're
heard that
talking
too.
about, they just tell you in general, don't touch me. That's like,
Yeah, sometimes
that's
they
normal.
say even before the orgasm.
No, before the sex, that's when that comes in.
When there's an orgasm, it's don't touch me, I go hi. Don't touch me, I go, oh, they must be having orgasms.
They start blowing this whistle.
Is that it, Mariah?
Screaming
calling.
help, right?
Yes.
Just so you know, if you want to write to us at
Bing. Runs like boing, oing,
You have been listening to LoveLine. The opinions expressed by Ricky Rackman, Dr. Drew, Adam Carolla, or anybody else on this program are not necessarily anyone's. LoveLine producer, Ann Wilkins.